Hey guys, Brad from simpleguitar.com here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we actually aren't going to be touching on the guitar because I'm going to talk to you about some of the best advice that my dad gave me when I was starting out learning guitar, and it's actually really good advice. My dad's a smart dude, okay? Now, check this out. While I was putting together the outline for this video, I realized that the advice that my dad gave me also fits pretty much exactly what Patrick Lencioni talks about in the book, The Ideal Team Player, which is a great book if you're interested in becoming an ideal team player or having ideal team players who work for you if you own your own business or if you work somewhere, whatever it is. Okay, great book if you have a job or you own a business or something, or you just want to become a better team player with anybody. I highly recommend checking out that book, and I'll put a link below in the description, which is an affiliate link. You don't have to buy it from that link, but if you do, I get a little help, so thanks. A lot of guitar players will approach their guitar playing with a competitive mindset, and one of the things that they don't realize is that kind of mindset, when it comes to guitar playing, is really kind of pointless. When it comes to playing guitar, none of us are in competition with each other. What I want you to do, instead of being competitive, I want you to start looking at ways that you can learn something from every guitar player that you meet, that you hear, that you see, because whether you like it or not, no matter where you are at in your guitar playing progress, there is something that you can learn from any other guitar player, whether they're more advanced from you or if they are just starting out. You can learn something if you look for it. Now, that's the advice that my dad gave me. My dad said, when you see another guitar player, what can you learn from them? You can learn something from every guitar player. And that's something that over the years, I've learned to really be true. Even as I'm teaching students how to play guitar, I will keep an open mind so that sometimes there's things that I look down and I'm like, I didn't know that before. I didn't realize that. Or I see a new way of looking at things or a new way of thinking. There's things that I'm being taught by my students even, and that's a good thing. So there are 3 traits that Patrick Lencioni talks about in The Ideal Team Player, and I think they apply to becoming a great guitar player that is also a great community member of the guitar community. And here's what they are. Number 1, you want to be humble, okay? You got to realize, first of all, that when it comes to playing guitar, any other guitar player being good or being better or more advanced than you doesn't actually hurt you at all. If you believe that, if you feel threatened by somebody being better or having more success or doing something awesome on guitar that you didn't think of, you didn't actually lose out on any of that. The good news about playing guitar is that you are you, and no one is going to play guitar exactly like you do. As you play guitar more and you're playing more songs and learning from more guitar players and playing different styles, you're going to take all sorts of different things and melt them all together into one pot and add your own flavor. And that's going to be you as the guitar player. That's going to be totally different from anybody else, even if you listen to the same stuff. And so when it comes to playing guitar, don't be threatened by somebody else being awesome. Be excited for them. Be happy for them because that's them. And you need to focus on being you because no one else can do that. So the point is, attention or recognition or significance in guitar playing is not limited. It's not scarce, right? So if somebody else is cool and doing awesome stuff, you don't lose out. So don't feel threatened by that. You don't lose anything by anyone else being better at guitar than you or doing something cool before you do. So first of all, be humble, which means don't feel threatened, don't have a scarcity mindset, and also don't just think of yourself as better than any other guitar player. Because really, if you sit back and you go, what can I learn from them? That's going to set you up, which that's my second point, is apart from being humble and not just thinking that you're better than everybody else and threatened by them when they do well, you also want to be hungry. You want to think about, what can I learn from this player? Anytime you're watching someone or listening to someone, or you meet a new guitar player, that's the question that you should be asking. You should be hungry to learn from them. You should be hungry to become a better guitar player yourself. And that doesn't mean to be threatened by them. That means to ask yourself, while you're listening to them, while you're watching them, what can I learn from them? And if you look for something, you're going to find it. That's something that my mom taught me. My mom always said, whatever you look for is what you're going to find. So when you're looking at a new guitar player, whether they're just starting out or there's someone who's incredible, when you're watching them or listening to them, if you say, what can I learn from that guitar player? You're going to find something to learn from that guitar player. Now, on top of being hungry about what can you learn from other guitar players, you also need to be willing to be hungry enough to share what you're learning with other guitar players too. You can always help other people out, and it doesn't hurt you to do that. In fact, it's a good thing. The more that you help other guitar players, the more that the whole game of playing guitar moves forward, which is a good thing. Now, the third thing, so first we talked about being humble, not just thinking that you're better than every other guitar player, but also being hungry, asking yourself, what can I learn from this guitar player? The third thing is being smart. And that, in the term that Patrick Lencioni defines being smart as, is more being socially smart, not book smart. So here's the cool thing about that as a guitar player. Lift up other people, make other people feel good. Don't bash other guitar players. I hate seeing videos where guys waste their time bashing other guitar players. I mean, yeah, there are bad players out there. There are bad solos out there. There are bad mistakes. I shared one the other day with some friends. Sometimes you just got to laugh and move on. But here's the thing. The best guitar players, who are ideal team players as well and who are smart and people like to be around, they spend more time lifting other people up. And they spend more time making other people look good instead of just themselves looking good. Think about this. How many bands or guitar players do you listen to? This is a thing that happens with guitar players, and it happens with bands all the time, where if a fan of your band, you find out they like another band, some bands feel threatened by that. They're like, what? Right? You can't like other bands, right? But think about that. That makes zero sense. How many bands do you listen to? How many bands or guitar players are in your music library? Do you only like one guitar player? I mean, do you only like Yngwie Malmsteen or only like Steve Vai? Everybody likes more than one person. So don't be afraid to lift up other guitar players or show other people awesome guitar players that are doing awesome things. Because just like you like multiple guitar players, everyone else can like multiple guitar players too. And here's the thing. It moves the game of guitar playing forward. It's not just about you. It's not a scarcity thing. It's not a fixed pie. Everybody thinks that, a lot of things are a fixed pie, but no, the pie of guitar and attention and the significance and the recognition that can be given is always growing. There's no end to it. It's not a fixed pie. So when it comes to being smart and lifting other people up, other guitar players, then also you need to look for ways to be inspired by that. Don't go, oh, that guy's too good. I'm going to give up now. I want to smash my guitar. Don't do that. Look for ways to be inspired. When you see someone doing something awesome, instead of going like, well, I give up, this happens when you see these like 6-year-old kids on YouTube that are playing way better than I am after playing for over 20 years, right? It's crazy. And it happens, but rather than going, well, I give up, what you have to do is you have to go, maybe I should go practice more, because that's really awesome. And if he can do that, that means I can do that, okay? So those are my 3 things for you guys today. I want you to make sure that you can learn from every single guitar player, no matter what style they play, no matter if they're more advanced than you or less advanced than you in your journey. You can learn something from every guitar player. So make sure that you are humble, that you don't just think that you're better than everybody. Make sure that you are hungry, that you are asking yourself, what can I learn from this guitar player? because if you look for something, you're going to find something that you can learn from them, and that helps you out. Also, don't be afraid to help other people out too. That is a good thing, and that helps the whole guitar playing community move forward. And also, be socially smart. Lift up others, make other people feel good, help move the whole game forward. Look for ways to be inspired by other guitar players instead of threatened. And guys, I'll tell you what, if you approach your guitar playing with this mindset, instead of feeling competitive or threatened by other guitar players, not only are you going to be happier, but you're going to make a lot more friends too. And so do this, be humble, be hungry, be smart, be an ideal team player, guitar player. And if you do that and you look for ways to learn from every guitar player, you're going to have a much better life. So that's it today, guys. Now, along with this, if you haven't already got it, you can go to my website at simpleguitar.com/top10. And there I have a gift for you called the Top 10 Things to Learn on Guitar First, which is a guide that I've put together for you on 10 things that I love to teach beginners when they're just starting out to get them playing real music and having real fun right away, rather than stuff like Mary Had a Little Lamb. So go to simpleguitar.com/top10, download that guide. Make sure that you guys don't feel competitive. Think more about collaborating with other guitar players and having camaraderie with other guitar players rather than feeling threatened or competitive with them. And you're going to have a way happier experience playing guitar if you're trying to learn from everybody than if you're feeling threatened by everybody. So take that advice, guys. Use it. Go get the guide at simpleguitar.com/top10, and I will see you in the next video.